And here's a tweet coming in from Amit Malviya, who is in fact the social media chief of the IT cell chief of the BJP. In fact, saying that KCR is playing with fire. He's completely surrendered to AIMIM and Asaduddin Owaisi, who are stoking communal fire in Hyderabad. On one hand, Owaisi is playing the victim. On the other, instigating mobs. Owaisi is a one-seat wonder, but KCR has whole of Telangana on gamble. So that's a statement coming in from Amit Malviya. We will, of course, try and get more on this, but very clearly targeting Asaduddin Owaisi as well as the TRS government in Telangana on this issue of not taking action against those who are from a particular region. That's a tweet that we were reading out for. KCR is playing with fire, is completely surrendered to MIM and Asaduddin Owaisi, who are stoking communal fire in Hyderabad. Let's take this now across to our guest. Joining us. With us is Rishi Bagri, political analyst. Gargi Nandi Roy is also a political analyst joining us. Touseef Ahmed is also with us. But I first and foremost want to go across to the spokesperson or leader, rather, of the TRS. With us is Mir Inayat Ali Bakri. Mir Inayat Ali Bakri ji, you have seen multiple videos from Hyderabad of MIM leaders who Mr. Owaisi himself has said that action should be taken against. Yet, the police does not seem to be keen on taking action against these individuals. Are chants like Sir Tanse Juda not murderous, insightful of violence, and should action not be taken against these individuals? Why is the Hyderabad police dragging its feet? Action must be taken against Mr. Raja Singh for the kind of statements he has made, but action must also be taken against these individuals, sir. Why is that not happening?
Government already taken the action against who is slogan the Sir Tanse Juda, that people, but some...
Who was arrested? Tell me the name of who all was arrested, sir.
And already more than 10 FIR are issued the police.
How many arrests have taken place? Sir, Mr. Raja Singh was arrested twice in 72 hours. Why have these individuals... One second. Mr. Bakri, some people were detained in the night and they were let off at the behest of Mr. Owaisi's cooperators, as you saw in that video very clearly. My simple question to you is this: that even those who have come out on the streets, have engaged in any kind of violence or any kind of violent sloganeering which could potentially indulge or engage people in violence, those individuals also need to be acted upon. That's not happening. Why?
Some peoples are slogan, but mostly peoples, they are protest against the Raja Singh only, but they are not protesting against that. Somebody is going to slogan the Sir Tanse Juda. The government also, but everyone is right to in India to protest the rights of the peoples.
Everyone has a right to protest, sir. But how can you protest with slogans like Sir Tanse Juda? Haven't we seen violent incidents happening in other parts of the country?
The Hyderabad में 500 से ज़्यादा protest rallies निकले, उसके अंदर 1, 2, 3 जगह पे ये सर
1, 2 नहीं सर, कम से कम 5-6 जगह पे कांग्रेस के नेता हैं जो कह रहे हैं कि हम अंगार बना देंगे इस पूरे जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी है राजा सिंह को, उसको हम अंगार के रूप में रख के छोड़ देंगे।
उनके खिलाफ FIR इशू हो चुके हैं सर।
गिरफ्तारियां क्यों नहीं हो रही वहां पे? वहां पे गिरफ्तारी नहीं होनी चाहिए।
पुलिस सर्च कर रही है, पुलिस अपना काम कर रही है। कल जनरली क्या है, जो पीसफुल हैदराबाद था उसे अनपीस करने के लिए जो राजा सिंह ने काम किया है,
गार्गी नंदी रॉय सारा जो पीसफुल हैदराबाद को इस तरह वायलेंट बनाने में मेन हाथ राजा सिंह का है, इसलिए राजा सिंह पे एक्शन लिया गया है। बाकी जगह FIR कर दिया है तो एक्शन हो गया। कैसे देखते हैं?
Height of hypocrisy. So let me speak. This is height of hypocrisy. I think, Madhav, in a country where we live in a democracy, a parliamentary democracy, we cannot and we should never tolerate the creep of extra parliamentary blasphemy law, which these people are demanding, like Sir Tanse Juda Brigade. And let's not forget, this radical Islamists and radical yoke Marxists, they are menace across the world, and in democracies they take advantage of democratic principles to subvert the democracy itself. So we should be very conscious. Raja, what he did, please, I did not interject you, don't interrupt, let me finish. What Mr. Raja did, okay, we don't support that, hurting anybody's sentiments, because we Hindus, we believe in Aham Brahmasmi, Ek Sat, Vipra Bahuda Bhavanti. But that does not mean that you will attack our gods. What KCR did, he celebrated Munawar Farooqi. What was the requirement for that? Munawar Farooqi insulted Hindu gods, and not only Hindu gods, Madhav, Munawar Farooqi made jokes on Godhra, on dead bodies where 58 people died in that train. He was laughing, he made a joke on burning train and nonsense, filthy joke. That person is celebrated, and what Raja did, he should not have done that. Maybe he would have protested against Munawar Farooqi, not made this comment. But if he can be only arrested under 295A, that is hurting another's religion, that he can be punished maximum for 3 years. But in our law, as per our law, what these people are doing, this is criminal intimidation.
Okay.
Comes under 506, they have to be jailed for at least 7 years.
Let me bring in Touseef on that note.
Congress leader should be booked under NSA.
Let me bring in Touseef on that note. Touseef Ahmed, you're a lawyer, and you know when the law is broken. Nobody is going to defend Raja Singh, not Gargi Nandi Roy. Nobody is defending his comments.
No.
But surely the kind of chants that we've seen what has happened in Rajasthan and other parts of the country. When Sar Tan Se Juda chants happened at different protests, are we looking at a rerun here? Should the law and order machinery not send out a direct message? Is just filing an FIR enough? Leaders who openly chant these slogans, should action not be taken against them? Should the law not act with the same alacrity in terms of arresting these individuals? Touseef.
No, you see BJP and some individuals, the fringe, the so-called fringe elements in BJP, like Nupur Sharma and T. Raja Singh, they know very well that and every time they want that some disturbance in the city, they want the law and order and peace be broken, then all they need to do is to come out on TV or to make a video and speak derogatory remarks, speak ill of the Prophet Muhammad. And they do this with full intention. They know what they are doing and they know what would be the outcome. Yet they do this, and they do this repeatedly. And we see no action, not a single statement from the top leadership condemning this. On the other side, after these people are provoked, they come on the street. And in
may I ask you, Touseef, may I just comment on one point? I just want to comment on one point.
These slogans.
As far as I know, the party suspended him. One second, I'm just asking you a simple question.
Juda, that is,
sir, you can ask the BJP spokesperson. One second, Touseef, one second.
Neither the religion nor the Indian constitution allows anyone to take law in their own hands.
Let me just comment. There is no formal BJP spokesperson here. We have political analysts who lean towards the BJP. So I just want to make one small clarification of one point. The BJP on day one, before when he was arrested the first time on the same day, 72 hours ago, has suspended him. And yes, it is a fact that the police has arrested him twice in 72 hours.
Right.
Maybe so. Maybe it's deserved. I'm not denying that. All I'm saying is that, what about others who also chant similar communal, violent slogans which could incite people? Should action not happen against them by the police? Should they not be arrested? It's a simple question.
See, no, it looks like a simple question, but it is being made very, when you take a very selective look, you cannot take a selective approach of the entire incident. You have to take holistic look. What is the root cause? This filthy person T. Raja, why is he still an MLA? Why the Legislative Assembly has not expelled him? As a MLA, what is his duty? To talk about the public issues in his constituency. And instead of doing that, he's coming on TV and spreading hatred, spreading enmity, a legally defined offense he is committing every other month.
Touseef,
he's a repeat offender.
Touseef, one second. Gargi, one second. Gargi, just 1 second, because Rishi is also with us. Rishi is also with us. Rishi,
disqualified from being an MLA.
I want to bring in Rishi Bagri. One second, Touseef, just 1 second. Calm down. You made your point. Let me bring in Rishi on one simple aspect. Rishi Bagri, you've seen what OIC has told Times Now on camera. You've seen that phone recording where he's talking to certain individuals who have been just released. The hypocrisy of Mr. OIC does not seem to be obvious to Mr. Touseef Ahmed or to the Telangana government or to the police, which should be actually cracking down on those individuals as well who have made provocative statements on the streets of Hyderabad. Why are those provocations or those hypocrisies not as evident to some of our panelists?
Provocative statement is by T. Raja.
Others also are making provocative statements. Sir, let's not be one-sided and so colored in our vision. or blinkered in our vision. If the two wrongs do not make a right.
What is the root?
Two wrongs do not make a right. Yes, the root cause action has been taken. Others who similarly lose their cool, also action has to be taken. You cannot break the law and get away with it in this country. Law has to apply equally, sir, to everyone. Rishi Bagri, all other faders go down now. Rishi Bagri.
I mean, no, while Raja Singh was immediately suspended by the BJP, immediately, for his crude comments, he was arrested and cases were filed against him in the court, and still no action has been taken against the AIM corporator Jafar Khan calling for beheading, or the Congress leader Rashid, who threatened to burn down the entire constituency. I'm talking about the entire constituency. I mean, and Munaffar Farooqui can crack tasteless joke on Goddess Sita and those killed in the Godhra massacre, and yet merrily stay safe and given protection by the Telangana state government, who has actually deployed 1,000 police personnel to guard his private show. Try to understand, private show. I will be the first to support Munawar Farooqui if he cracks similar jokes on Islam and Christianity, just like he regularly cracks jokes on Hinduism. No, what irritates me is the selectivity in the approach. Selectivity in the approach is the most important thing. And singling out and mocking just one religion, which is very tolerant. Either you crack jokes on all religion, or either you crack on none. Either you mock one religion in the garb of freedom of expression, and when counter reaction comes, then don't play victim and start beheading people. Either you demonize your country by calling it intolerant, and then don't cry or flash your victim card when the same countrymen try to they boycott your movie. So you need to see the selectivity doesn't work. The selectivity will never work in the broader think of things. So I would like to tell my friend Touseef, who is sitting here, I mean, selective. Either you condemn everything, or either you condemn none. It cannot have a my way or highway attitude in dealing with this kind of...
How can you have such a simple one-sided view of things? The law has to apply to all citizens. Or does the constitution make specific provisions only for one side?
Yeah, support the everyone. Our government support the everyone.
I want Touseef to come in on this.
Now the gentleman has a problem of selective hearing as well. Not only he has a problem of selective approach towards the issue, but also selective hearing. Who is not condemning these radical remarks of Sartan se Juda?
You have not, sir. You have not. The whole evening you have not. And that is exactly what we are pointing out.
I am asking you to go.
Why should the law not be applied equally on all citizens? Any citizen who is provoking communal tensions or violence or what have you not has to be acted up on, whichever religion he or she belongs to. That's, end of the day, all that we are saying over here. The law has to be applied equally. Whatever the provocation, this certainly should not be the result. We'll have to leave it there, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us this evening.